Welcome to the Back to the Past News with me, Jana Westlink. Today we are going back in time to 1645 to 1700 to visit Louis Jolliet, and then go to 1637 to 1675 with Jacques Marquet. Wow! Hello, anyone there? Wow, look at this. We're in Quebec, New France. I've always wanted to go there and see what it was like. Hey, look, I think I see Jolliet. Let's go talk to him. Hey, Mr. Jolliet.
Did someone call me?
Yes, I did. Are you Louis Jolliet? The one who explored the Mississippi River with Jacques Marquet?
Yes, I am Louis Jolliet. And who might you be?
My name is Jana Westlink from Back to the Past News. Today you are a featured person.
I am?
Yes, you are. And I would like to ask you some questions about your early life.
Okay, that's fine. Come, let's sit down.
So, Jolliet, tell me about your early life.
Okay, but it'll take a long time.
Don't worry, I have a long time.
I was born in the mid-17th century, on September 2nd, 1645, near Quebec, New France.
Who are your parents?
My parents were Mary de Abencourt and John Jolliet. I was baptized on September 21st, 1645, and entered a Jesuit school as a child. What I focused on was philosophical and religious studies, aiming for a priesthood. I even studied music, and I became a skilled harpsichordist and church organist. I wanted to be a Jesuit priest, but never became one. I left Quebec in 1667 and traveled to France. Over there, I studied cartography or map making. In 1668, I returned to Canada and became a fur trader. I traded a lot of goods in French Canada, which is now Michigan. In 1671, Jacques Marquet met me, and we went exploring together. That is all I think is about my early life.
Well, thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me. It was very interesting. Whoa! Well, folks, that was Louis Jolliet. Next up, we will be going back in time to 1637 to 1675 to visit Jacques Marquet right after this commercial. Back to the past news. Next up, we are going to visit Jacques Marquet, and he is going to tell us about his early life. Whoa! Wow! We are in France, and look, there's Marquet. Let's go visit him. Hey, Marquet!
Did someone call my name?
Yes, I did. You are our featured person. Will you please tell me about your early life?
Of course.
Let's sit down.
I was born on May 19th, in 1637, in Lyon, France. Joliet and I have not yet met each other because Joliet was born in Quebec, New France, so obviously we didn't know each other. At age 17, I joined the Society of Jesus. Jesus and became a Jesuit missionary. I studied and taught for 10 years in France and became in France. I studied 6 Native American dialects and became an expert in the Huron language.
Wow, that was interesting. Thank you for telling us about your early life. Bye now.
Goodbye.
Whoa! Wow! We are in France, and look, there's Marquet. Let's go visit him. Hey, Marquet!
Did someone call my name?
Yes, I did. You are our featured person. Will you please tell me about your early life?
Of course.
Let's sit down.
I was born on May 19th, in 1637, in Lyon, France. Joliet and I have not yet met each other because Joliet was born in Quebec, New France, so obviously we didn't know each other. At age 17, I joined the Society of Jesus. I joined the Society of Jesus and became a Jesuit missionary. I studied and taught for 10 years in France and became in France. I studied 6 Native American dialects and became an expert in the Huron language.
Wow, that was interesting. Thank you for telling us about your early life. Bye now.
Goodbye.
Whoa.
Take the chair.
Whoa.
Get the other chair. Gina, push that chair out.
Well, folks, that was Jacques Marquet and his early life. Next, we will go and see their exploring years, now that we know about their early lives.
Now let's go and watch this commercial pet food.
Now, let's go watch a commercial of pet food.
Wait, let me pause this. Is your dog lazy? Does your dog not exercise? Well, call right now and you'll get this free shipment of pet food. Call right now and you'll get a free trial of pet food.
Well, folks, that was PetCom. Now, before we go visit Marquet and Jolliet exploring years, I'm very interested about learning their exploring years.
Quick, change the background. Pause it and change the background. Okay, beside.
Whoa!
We had both heard about a great river that ran south. The Native Americans were talking about the Mississippi River. The French wanted to explore it because they thought it might lead to the Pacific Ocean. If it did, it would be an important trade route for them. In 1673, I led on a privately sponsored journey with Marquet, who's going to be among the first Europeans to explore what the Native Americans call Mississippi River, with hopes of finding a new path to Asia. After meeting the Michilimackinac region, we finally started our journey on canoe on May 17, 1673, to what is now the Mississippi River.
A month later, we came upon a native village in the Illinois area and were welcomed by the tribe's chief, who sent his son along as a guide and a peace pipe for safe travelings. We continued to the Arkansas River region, and we eventually came by a tribe ready to attack the nearby region that is now known as Louis. After they saw our peace pipe, the tribe led us to their village and told us about some armed Europeans ahead on the Mississippi River.
We both figured they must be Spanish settlers at the Gulf of Mexico, which led us to figure out that the Mississippi led to the Gulf rather than Asia. We decided to turn around and not go further since it would have led to a battle.
Our native guide showed us a shorter route back by taking the Illinois River, which brought us to Lake Michigan.
I split from Marquet on my way back to Quebec, but in 1674, when I took a shortcut through the rapids of La Chine along the St. Lawrence, my canoe sank, killing many of the passengers, along with the chief's son. I held onto a rock for what seemed like many hours, and was finally saved by some fishermen. I had lost all my journals and maps and had to rewrite them all by memory. I missed lots of details because of this. The following year, I married Claire Francois Bissot and became more involved in Quebec's church and community life. I returned to fur trading in 1676, setting up a business in the northern region of the St. Lawrence, and also started working as a merchant in the Mingan Archipelago. I took on another exploratory mission in 1679 at the order of the French colonists to study English and Native American trading relations in the Hudson Bay area. Toward the end of the 17th century, I was internationally known for my expeditions, from which official regional maps were created. I went on another trip in 1694 to make detailed observations of the Labrador coast, and in 1697, I became a hydrography professor at the University of Quebec. I died in 1700 near the St. Lawrence River.
I ended my days at the mission of Mackinac. I then passed away in St. Ignace, Michigan, Even though I was only 38 years old, I still have had a fantastic time exploring.
The end.